It feels like ages since the last time we met. You look a bit strange. Did you enjoy your vacation?
Of course. As we had a long break for 2 months, so my parents allowed me to go to the countryside and visit my grandparents.
How great. How long did you stay? Is it far from our city?
It took about 2 hours traveling by train to reach my hometown. At first, my mom and dad decided to go by car. But consequently, it was a brilliant idea to travel by train. Everything was stunning when watching outside the windows, taking a glimpse of the peaceful and poetic scenes. I love its wonderful atmosphere there.
I was once told that it was really comfortable and tranquil in the countryside, wasn't it?
Although the facilities are not as good as those in cities, their surroundings are much more glorious than I expected. I was taken to many interesting places and joined in a lot of activities with the kids living there.
I'm so curious about how was its views.
It gave feelings like in the old movies. There were huge paddy fields with green mountains that are full of trees, and along the trip, I watched the impressive sunset that hid behind the mounts. It was just a 2-hour journey, but I felt like the picturesque scenes were all in my sight.
That sounds excellent. Have you experienced the farm and paddy fields?
Of course. Every morning when I woke up and my grandfather would go collecting the milk. After breakfast, I followed my grandmom to the paddy field and helped her water the small vegetable garden near that area. There was a modern technique applied in harvesting which was really effective. My grandparents raised the cows for meat too, so I would take responsibility for feeding and look after them. Cows are definitely valuable.
That's right, they were the main method of people to transport in the past. But in this day and age, people in my hometown travel on foot or by bikes due to short distance. We now have vans to carry all the loads. Besides those working hours, what else did you do?
After working on the farm, I and the children in that village would play something, or followed my cousins going hiking in the mountains, collecting mushroom and fruit. The ecosystem here is truly diverse.
It's so exciting. In the cities, the playgrounds are so small. As well as we rarely stand any chance to expose to the surroundings and freely engage with others.
True. But in the countryside, we could enjoy the whole giant space. I was taught to make and fly a colorful kite. It was interesting seeing the kite flying on the blue sky without any distraction. Sometimes we would go fishing or immersing ourselves in the river. The water was crystal clear, which is a far cry from our crowded pools with chemical odor.
I heard that there were no shopping malls and electricity, is that true? Television is also rare too. That seems boring when you have to go to bed early without any entertainment.
Not at all, that's an old logic. There is a complete system of electricity, but people here are not keen on those pastimes. Instead, they love enjoying tea and listening to music on the radio. I'm addicted to listening to our relatives sharing their old stories.
It's just like a perfect combination of all the best things to do in this life. That sounds amazing. For me, I spent my whole summer riding my bike and doing an assignment. It was quite dull. I had read all the books that I possess too. Moreover, the weather was unpredictable with continuously torrential rain, so I couldn't hang out to enjoy the outside atmosphere.
It is totally different in the countryside. In the afternoon, we rode our bikes on the river's banks as if there was a championship. When it was rain, we were eager to go out and enjoy it. That was cool. You should try it. It is not polluted compared to our cities. The atmosphere is pure and people even use the rainfall to consume in daily life.
Really? To be honest, I'm fed up with being a child trapped in the boring circulation of urban life. I'm desirous of immersing myself in nature too.
There were afternoons when I and my friends caught the crickets to compete with each other. Or waited for the nights coming to catch the fireflies and held them in the eggshells. They were like a naturally beautiful light.
It's a pity that I just saw them in films.
On some occasions, there were musical festivals of which I'm a big fan. It was more delightful than ordinary days when people gathered and praised the bands. I felt sincerely happy when they were cheerful too.
Oh, what a shame, I never have an opportunity to watch those incredible types of art.
Let's visit my grandparents one day in the holidays, you'd immediately love it. Because it was a long time ago since the last time I got there, so my grandmom cooked a lot of my favorite dishes for me. They were simple and delicious, even fast food can't compare. Furthermore, since the supermarket is quite far from our town, so the local people here are keen on markets. Everything is available in those spots, and the trading activities here are really vibrant. I've bought some souvenir here. This is a cloth wallet for you, hope you like it.
For me. It was bought in the market? Wow, it's astonishing. These handicrafts are sophisticated and meaningful.
It is a traditional village that mainly makes those kinds of things. I'm proud of that fact, and it was over the moon when I had a chance to experience the process of making them.
Maybe I should escape from this dreary life in the city and enjoy the whole life on the farm as you did. The people here are also friendly and kind, right?
It's more than that. As the distance from house to house is inconsiderable, so they are willing to help each other without a doubt, and they are hospitable too.
It's so admirable.
That was just a small part of the countryside's life. I love experiencing adventures like that. If I had you accompany me, it would be a big pleasure.
You think so? I'm interested in traveling like that. Promise me, we will go on further journeys together in the near future.
Absolutely, now you owe me a promise. Don't forget to give us a like. Thank you and see you again.